Music guy saying, do you think cryogenics will be perfected and useful before we make the transition to bioengineering our bodies to an artificial body? I don't know. How, like, I hope so. Well, let's see. Time estimate. Google is not helping me. Okay, right now the people say this is we know how to freeze the brain, right? But we don't know how to the process of unfreezing. And I don't know if that's not what we're saying now, because I know that this was what they were saying last time I checked it. Okay, I heard the process of unfreezing the cells will destroy the brain cells, so that's why this is like science fiction. It's not going to be possible. It's wishful thinking. But it's really hard for me to imagine that if you manage to maintain the map of the brain, like the way that they connect them, the way all neurons are connected, either by freezing it or even just mapping it somewhere else. It doesn't even have to be in the form of the brain, right? You could, as long as you are able to map the brain at all the neurons and the exact way that they're being connected, whether if it's by freezing it or just mapping it somewhere else, you could just map the brain by freezing. You could just have a still image of the brain by freezing it. And then if you want to recreate it, you don't even have to unfreeze the brain. You could just recreate the exact map that you just frozen. And then you have the individual ready to go, right? You might think like, well, that individual is not the same as the frozen brain. Well, like, if that's the case, then you are not you from 5 minutes ago. Like the idea of like, oh, if we just have a map of the brain, then we will be able to live forever because you just have my identity in a form of data. But then people are like, well, that's not you. That's just a copy of you. If that's your philosophy, then you are not you from the beginning of the stream. You are a copy as well. You just died just about 3 hours ago. You're dying every day, right? You're dying every 3 hours, right? So this is why when they say memento mori, right? For me, this has a different meaning, right? For me, memento mori has a more modern concept than what the Stoics had in mind, right? Because I remember that I'm dying. I remember that I'm going to die, not like when I'm 80 or 90. I remember that I'm going to die today and tomorrow, right? So I have to remember to be living a life that is enjoyable to this individual, because this individual is not going to be around by tomorrow. So I better be kind to this person right now, because if I'm not, I've missed an opportunity. This person, this individual who's not going to be around by tomorrow, has missed an opportunity at happiness. So this is why avoiding misery is so important, because every day that you spend miserable was an individual that came to life miserable and died miserable. You understand? So that's why every day counts.
Hey guys, if you're a fan of Blasphemy and Sexy Callie, like me, then you need to be sure to subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below. Because if you subscribe, we will send you a free copy of our Blasphemous Art ebook. And let me tell you, it is the tastiest blasphemy that you can find anywhere available today. And we are so generous with our blasphemy that we continue to send you more blasphemy every week. So make sure to subscribe, link in the description below.